Let's give another dimension to our reverb plugin, which is using the decay knob. Decay, simply put, tells you how long you want the reverb to sustain in your song. But it's not as easy as it sounds like. You need to maintain some techniques in order to get a very tight sounding reverb. And that's what we're going to learn today. But if you are new here, I'm Florina Jain, otherwise known as Flow of Music, and I put out a lot of music production related videos. So if that's something that you like, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Let's get into it. I have a project open right now and we're going to work on the melody of it and shape the reverb. This is the context of the song. So it has a nice emotional piano feel to it. And the first thing that we need to understand about the whole decay plugin is basically how long you want the reverb to sustain. Do you have space in your mix? That's the biggest question you need to ask yourself. Let me solo this melody, and right now I have keyscape on, which actually gives you an automatic reverb. I'm going to turn that off. So this is how the piano melody sounds like. Just plain melody. So I have a bus track and I have put Valhalla vintage verb, but any reverb works for it. All you need is that decay knob. You have that on chroma verb, you have it under the category length in some other plugins as well. So decay right now says 4 seconds. Now let's first look at the song without the bus track, and it looks like I have a lot of stuff going on along with this, right? Listen to this. So I already have violins and some backing chords, and you can still hear some reverb from one of those tracks still ringing around. Already when a track is crowded, if you put your decay time also high on a melody, now that's not going to sound right. You need to correctly complement. If your track is crowded, maybe put a shorter decay time. If you put a longer one, you're going to make it more muddy because already there are too many things, and on top of that you have another long reverb. It's like too crowded right now. So put a shorter decay. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 seconds. Let's listen to this. This is without. So when I turn on the reverb, there is some thickness to it because decay is less and it's correctly ending. It's not like overlapping as such. So in context with the song, without. Like a very tiny bit. So it suits for this song. But if you have a song where there's so much of space to it, so you have very tiny elements and you're not having a lot of elements going on, then put a longer decay time. That will suit well. Now another tip to use while you're using decay is you can use a longer decay but reduce the bus send that you do so that it just rings around in the background but it's not too loud to get crowded in the mix. This is what I mean by that. I'm going to push the decay by 5 or 6 seconds, but I'm going to bring down the sends like that. Let's listen to that. So when I pause it, if you have a proper studio headphones, just crack the volume up. You'll be able to hear that the reverb is still ringing, but it's not as loud as how it was earlier. I'm going to exaggerate it to make you understand that change. Now it's ringing for 6 seconds. I am still having that effect, but I'm just lowering the overall intensity. So in context with the song, so this is the aux track soloed. So you have that ambience. It's almost like an ambient track that you just added, and that's just ringing in the background, right? So that's another way by which you can add reverb. Another tip is to actually automate your reverb so that in sections where you have space, you're going to have a longer decay, and in other sections where it's crowded, you're going to make it really short, and that's going to bring more variation to your track. It's not going to sound monotonous. For example, it may not work with this song, but I'm going to solo only this section to give you an understanding. So this is the reverb that I have. Until this area, right from bar 25 all the way till 31, I want that longer reverb to keep ringing, which is this 6.73. But beyond this, I want the reverb to maybe come back to 3 seconds, and maybe the sense can remain the same. So this is the best time to automate it. Now I'm going to show you a trick, but you can use any kind of automation that you like to do. I'm going to change this section where I have the reverb, which is basically on the bus track, from read to touch. And now I'm going to play the track, and as I play, I'm going to do some changes to it. I want it to be in 6. Now pause it. Immediately come over here, change it back to read. If you want to understand more about automation, I'm linking up a video right over here. So go through it to understand how to actually automate tracks. We've actually done automation. Listen to this. Have a look at this decay knob. Keeps moving automatically. And now, look, it came down to 2.4. So that's automation. Clearly, we have to kind of fine tune things up. So maybe what I can do is right click on this aux track, select create track, and now you have the track of that bus track. All right, so click A, come over here, and it shows you what you've used on that bus track, what automation you've used. You can just select that and then fine tune it. So I'm going to choose a pencil and I'm gonna make it like that, or just have the pointer tool and fine tune things around. So I'm probably gonna delete that and just have 2 numbers so it's more uniform. So you can kind of completely automate it and make it more smooth, but the idea over here is that you give different decay times according to the section of the song. So if you have a verse section that's more laid back and has lesser things going around it, put a longer reverb to it maybe. Whereas on a heavier section, on the hook part of your song, put a smaller decay to it. And last but not the least, another method which I also mentioned in a couple of other videos is using a reverb and a delay calculator to kind of figure out the decay time that you have to set. Now this is just something that I searched on Google. You can click any link, but what you essentially have to do is put down the BPM of your song. My song is in 120, so that's just there. And you need to kind of categorize the kind of reverb you want. They have 4 categories under reverb: hall, large room, small room, and tight ambience. So let's say you want a cathedral effect or an outdoor space, you should kind of bring it under one of these categories. And automatically under the decay time, you have the decay time that you need to set, and this will correctly correspond with the BPM of your song. Let's try it out. So I want a hall effect, for which the decay time says 3. When you convert the millisecond to second, you get 3.9 seconds. So I am going to put that over here. Let's go a little back and 3.9. Yeah, let's listen to this. Without. So it's still ringing around and it sounds good, right? When you couple that together with the pre-delay time that they've set also, which I've also talked about in the previous video, the link is up over here. So when you do that, you're going to get that hall effect according to the BPM of your song. And isn't that cool? Sometimes when you keep trying to change the decay time just randomly and trying to fit it in your song, it may not always work. So in those scenarios, when you kind of correlate it with the BPM, then yes, it might work for you. So these are the 4 ways by which you can set the decay time in your song, and it is going to sound tight when you use one of these methods. So try it out and let me know if it worked on the comment section. If you have any other videos that you want me to make, don't forget to comment and I'll definitely make a video on that. Thank you so much for watching. Keep making music and I'll see you guys in the next video.